tagadagitatom, drugudagitadinigidatom, jagadom, tajagadom, tatagudigu jagadom, tajagadom, tatagudigu jagadom, tagitatom, tagadagitatom, drugudagitadinigidatom, jagadom, tadim, jagadom, tadim, jagadom, tadim, jagadom, tadim, tagadim, tataganam, tagamanaritom, tatom, danatadim, tadim, janu, tadim, tadim, danatadim, tadim, gizani, zani, 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 nita, janu, tadim, nita, janu, janu, jagatom, jagatom, jagagudigu, jagatom, jagatom, jagagudigu, danadim, tadim, danagom, danana, danadim, tadim, danagom, danana, jagatom, jagatom, jagagudigu, jagatom, jagatom, jagagudigu, danadim, tadim, danagom, danana, danadim, tadim, danagom, danana, janudim, jamtanam, tanam, tumta, janudim, jamtanam, tanam, tumta, janudim, nita, janudim, nita, janudim, nita, janudim, nita, janudim.
Hey Nitya, how's it going? Are you ready?
Yes, hello. I'm so excited for Dhirana. Don't tell anyone, but I have my snacks right next to me. Some Chex Mix and some soda.
Oh my god, same. I am so excited and I feel like with everything being online, this emceeing thing is gonna be a piece of cake. We can just relax, sit back and just be on our beds and... Oh, that's weird. I'm getting a call from eBoard. Hello?
Hello? Nitya? Brinda? Where are you guys? The show is starting in 5 minutes and we can't find you.
What do you mean? Yeah, that's why we're on Zoom, waiting for you to start the show.
Hello? This isn't 2021. We're waiting for you in Soldiers and Sailors.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
The show is starting. Hurry up, guys.
We totally forgot. We're on our way. Did we make it on time?
I don't think so, but it looks like people are seated and ready, so let's get started. Good evening, everyone. Sorry about that.
Oh my god, it's so nice to see real people here. Like, you're all here in person.
Yeah, I almost forgot that people don't have their names attached to them, you know, like right here in the corner of the screen.
All right, so let's go around the room, everyone. All right, we'll start over here. I want your name, year, major, and a fun fact about you.
I don't think that's a good idea. Let's not do that. But why don't we introduce each other, Brinda?
All right. So I'll introduce you and you'll introduce me?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. You can start.
Everyone, this is Brinda. Brinda is a senior majoring in neuroscience on the pre-med track. And a fun fact is she's a violinist. Brinda, go get your violin. Play for us.
Right now, I don't think these people are here for that.
Sure they are. We get together so rarely. You can play some violin. I'll do a poetry reading. Our teams will do some dancing. And Edward can do a little skit. It'll be a nice little variety show.
You know what? That's a good idea, but let's put a pin in it, all right? Maybe for another time. Anyway, let me introduce Nitya. She's a senior majoring in neuroscience and English writing. And let's see, a fun fact about Nitya. Oh, how about the fact that she literally never stops dancing? Like, I swear, it doesn't matter, she'll be standing there and she'll be dancing. Like, I bet if I turned around right now, do you see what I mean? But you know, Nitya is quite the talent. Nitya, how long have you been practicing Bharatanatyam?
Not that long, 14, 15 years. Won a couple awards, captained a dance team, no big deal.
All right. Well, Sorry to say, I think I can beat you.
Really?
I did Bharatanatyam for a whole year.
Wow. Very impressive. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. Don't ask me to show you though. I'll blow you all away with my talent.
Okay, well, we'll save the blowing away bit for our fantastic teams tonight. And speaking of, welcome everyone to Dhirana 2022! It's our 10th year running, and we are so excited to be your MCs tonight and to see the fantastic teams ready to bring their all to the stage.
We have teams coming from all over the country, from New York, Georgia, Texas. Yeah. And we're also welcoming a brand new team for their first time at this competition, all the way from Florida, NSU Vera.
Thank you all for traveling all this way. You are all very lucky to be here on a beautiful Pittsburgh weekend.
Nitya, it's like 20 degrees out.
Yeah, it's so nice for Pittsburgh. Anyway, wouldn't you rather be here all dressed up, looking at all of these nice masked people, rather than sitting on the couch in our living room in our pajamas, praying that the live stream wouldn't crash like last year?
Yeah, I really hated sitting on my couch eating snacks, not having to go anywhere. But you know what? Putting on the makeup was really nice. I'm really excited for the pictures.
Yes, the pictures! Let's take one right now. Everyone, smile through your masks. Very nice. Thank you all. I feel like the star of the show.
I know what you mean, but tonight we are not. So without further ado, let's get the show started with the Dhirana 2022 official welcome video. Woo! To keep the energy going throughout the evening,
We do ask that everyone keep in mind a few house rules as we get into our fantastic performances tonight.
all right, so please be sure to silence your phones and keep your mask on throughout the performance. If you do need a breather, please step out of the auditorium through the back in between pieces. And there's nothing more refreshing than 22-degree wind, so I'm sure you'll be back by the next piece.
We also hope that everyone had a nice, filling dinner before arriving here tonight. To adhere to COVID's safety policies, we ask that nobody bring food or drink into the premises or the auditorium. If you have water bottles, please step outside before you open and drink from them.
And last but not least, we ask that you please not use the side doors, but exit throughout the back if you do need to take a step outside, through which you all enter between performances.
All right, we're almost done talking. Our first performance of the night is by Pitsangeeth. Pitsangeeth offers an outlet for students from Pitt and CMU to perform Indian classical music, including, but not limited to, the Carnatic and Hindustani styles. They also aim to educate the general public about the richness and roots of Indian music through performances, lecture demonstrations, and fundraisers.
Let's all give a warm welcome to Pitsangeeth. All right, that was beautiful. Thank you, Sangeeth, for starting us off on such an auspicious note. Now, let's get hype for our host team, Nrityamala.
Founded in 2006, Nrityamala is Pittsburgh's premier award-winning Indian classical dance team, consisting of passionate dancers who aim to preserve, practice, and spread awareness and respect for the Indian classical arts in the Pittsburgh community.
In addition to competing at national competitions every year, Nrityamala performs on campus and around the Pittsburgh area, at events such as Bhangra in the Berg, at Spifa Cultural Festival, and Dance for Cure, and continues to inspire young dancers to keep learning and growing in their art.
As Dhirana's sister organization, Nrityamala partnered with Dhirana last year to raise money for our cause, the Birmingham Free Clinic, through their first virtual benefit showcase, Nritya Priya. They open our show tonight with a Pushpanjali, a traditional invocatory piece in a classical dance repertoire, in Gaula Ragam and Aditalam.
Let's give Nrityamala a warm 4-1-2 welcome!
Y'all take a room and then y'all gon' wear it out. Gotta talk about who's in the whereabouts. I walk in Neiman's and Marcus, I'm buried out. Walking the bangers and let's clear it out. I'm the same dollar sign slime, they gon' hear me. I'm the same dollar sign slime, they gon' feel me. I'm the same dollar sign slime. I'm the same dollar sign slime. Yeah, I'm gon' hit like it's 82. Got a new whip in this navy blue. Top of the game on the 22. Look at me, then look at you. You used to up in the flop of it. I'm sorry that I gotta say the truth. Thought I knew pop, but I'm popping you. Now I'm with the hits like I'm Babe Ruth. That'll not too late. You know I don't got too many. Bought a new house for you acres. I don't ain't got new neighbors. So fuck all that noise you consider. I'm really that's killing it. Man, now they like equivalent. I'm really that's different. Y'all take a room and then y'all gon' wear it out. Gotta talk about who's in the whereabouts. I walk in Neiman's and Marcus, I'm buried out. Walking the bangers, let's clear it out. I'm the same dollar sign slime, they gon' hear me. I'm the same dollar sign slime, they gon' feel me. I'm the same dollar sign slime.
Tajam
Wow, thank you Nrityamala for that stunning performance. I think the only thing we both can say is Hala Hala Nrityamala! Woo! Our first competing team tonight is hailing from the biggest state in the South, UTD Rangom.
Founded in 2015, UTD Rangom strives to integrate various styles of Indian classical dance into a performance that seamlessly unites artists of all different backgrounds. Rangom not only raises awareness of and interest in classical dance throughout their community, but also creates a space for dancers to build lasting relationships using their crafts. UTD Rangom.
Orders Hephaestus to create a woman who will cause their downfall. So Hephaestus carries out his request. As Pandora emerges from fire, Zeus instructs the other gods to bestow upon her their ideal qualities. Meanwhile, Zeus carries out his plan to wreak havoc. He crafts a box filled with unimaginable demons to deceive her. On Earth, Pandora falls in love and gets married. At the wedding, Zeus gives the box to Pandora. He carefully instructs her not to open it, secretly hoping she will give in to her temptations. Time goes by and her thoughts are consumed by this box as she struggles with her curiosity. Everything goes according to Zeus's wishes as Pandora ultimately concedes. She opens the box hesitantly and releases the horrors from within. Sickness and war plague Earth as Pandora watches in horror. She finally manages to close the box. Although resealing it does not reverse her mistake, she saves something far more important. UTD Rangom presents Pandora.
सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
All right, thank you, Rangom. Wasn't that amazing? Next up, we have our second Texas team, UTD Rangom.
The Nrityasangam Indian Dance Troupe is a nonprofit organization at the University of Texas committed to serving its community through its passion for Indian classical dance and its philanthropic spirit. They hope to expose the mainstream community to the richness and depth of Bharatanatyam in America. Let's give it up for our second team from Texas, UTD Nrityasangam.
Our story opens with Mia and Sebastian, a couple in love. Mia is an aspiring dancer and Sebastian is an aspiring flutist. Over time, Sebastian's dreams actualize into reality. Meanwhile, Mia faces hurdles and failure in her career. Sebastian's success and Mia's lack thereof puts a strain on their relationship, and when Sebastian is no longer able to support Mia in the way she needs, what used to be a beautiful relationship comes to an end. Years pass, and Mia's career blossoms. She even finds a new partner who she begins a family with. One day, Mia and Sebastian stumble upon each other again, and as their eyes lock, they imagine what life could have been like had they stayed together. Once they snap out of that moment, they realize that although their time together had come to an end, they were still able to find happiness individually, even if it was not together in the way they had once imagined. UTD Nrityasangam is proud to present Bhagya, a Bharatanatyam adaptation of La La Land.
Thank you, Nrityasangam. Can we give them another round of applause? All right, now we'll be shifting gears from classical to fusion with our next performance by our very own Mastana.
Hailing from the University of Pittsburgh, Mastana can be found turning every building on campus into their own private practice space. Back for their 7th competitive year, they're excited to showcase their talents for Dhirana's audience tonight. Put your hands together for Mastana!
Yeah. Weezy back home smoking legal. I got more slaps than the Beatles. Foreign shit running on diesel, dawg. Playing with my name, that shit is lethal, dawg. Who you see? What? Don Corleone. Trust me, at the top it isn't lonely. Everybody acting like they know me, dawg. Don't just say it down, you gotta show me what you gotta.
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Nina's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am, a little bit of you makes me your man.
Now, let's jump right back into the competition. This next team hails from the same state as the Niagara Falls, the Statue of Liberty, and Broadway. Their main mission is to raise awareness about Indian classical dance forms in their local community and the national level by interweaving classical and modern elements. Here, from the Big Apple, let's put our hands together for RPI Rudras!
Long ago, an evil sorcerer named Rothbard cursed a young maiden, Odette, and her friends to become swans, a curse which could only be broken if Odette fell in love. As years passed, the swans lost hope that the curse would be broken, until one day, a prince stumbled upon them dancing while he hunted in the forest. Although the swans were initially suspicious, they realized he might be the key to breaking their curse when they saw Odette and him falling in love. Meanwhile, Rothbard was outraged by their courtship. He cunningly disguised himself as Odile, Odette's swan lookalike, and lured the prince the next night at a ball. Believing she was Odette, the prince proposed to her and only realized his mistake when Odile transformed back into Rothbard and revealed his trickery. However, the prince and Odette were determined and attempted to overpower Rothbard with the help of the swans. Watching her friends fall around her, Odette realized that the only way she and the prince could ever be together was by sacrificing themselves. Their deaths broke the curse, allowing the swans to transform back into women and defeat Rothbard. RPI Rudras presents Swan League.
All right. Our next team is, oh wow, another team from Texas?
Yes, the Texas teams are too talented. Hailing from Texas A&M University, Sahitya uses Bharatanatyam as an avenue to spread knowledge of Indian culture and raise awareness on issues that affect South Asian Americans in their community. Let's give it up for TAMU Sahitya.
Vijayawada, a young girl Savitri is born to humble beginnings. As she grows into a lovely young woman, she discovers her passion and talent for the arts. Soon, Savitri rises to stardom as a charming dancer and beautiful actress, attracting the attention of Gemini, an older film star who falls in love and courts her. As Savitri's career blossoms, Gemini's fame is overtaken by his lovers. In a fit of jealousy, Gemini runs off with another woman, leaving Savitri behind. When Savitri discovers Gemini's infidelity, she is devastated and perishes at the hands of a broken heart and the vices brought about by fame and power. This is Savitri, performed by TAMU Sahitya.
Thank you, Sahitya. Technical difficulties can be so jarring, but they really took it in stride. So let's have one more round of applause for Sahitya. And now, we'll take a moment to step away from dance and look once more to music with a performance by Pitt's very own a cappella team, Avas.
Avas is the University of Pittsburgh's premier South Asian fusion a cappella team that brings together various music styles, including Western contemporary and Bollywood genres. Let's welcome Avas!
We've been brothers since Versace Bando, whoa. Name ringing like Amigo trap phone, whoa. Used to be with Vasti and Santos, that's on Tommy Campos. We live like Sopranos, and I walk it like I talk it, 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 go. Walk it like I talk it, 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 hey, walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it, you walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it. Niggas pocket watch it, I want that dish that my nose want. I bought a franchise to double up the top franchise. Make a landslide, chopper get the top bench. Elliot got me, Kawasaki, chicken teriyaki, take out rocket, keep them in pocket. Water gon' lock it, I'll triple the profit. I walk like I walk, talk like I talk. What's in my pot, know the cash and the sauce. I put 11 in my love. She cook up and jet with the phone. By the pair, I got carrots that choke. By the pair, I got carrots each load. Private, just round the globe. Hit a bitch, hit a lick with the chose. Walk it like I talk it. 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 Let's go. Walk it like I talk it. 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 Hey, walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. You walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it.
पाले ही पड़ गई हो उड़ती पतंग जैसे मस्त मलंग जैसे मस्त सी चढ़ गई हमको तुरंत ऐसा लगती करंट जैसे निकला वारंट जैसे एक से करंट जैसे
You just need a better life than this. You need something I can never give. Fake water all across the road. Now it's gone but the night has come. But
कन्या कटे कर दी मनिया धप्पे कर दी दिल ने चुराए रंग दिए हंस कर दी टट्टे कर दी गलियां नप्पे कर दी हंस के कलेजा मांग दिए
I just wonder what you're dreaming of when you sleep and smell so comfortable. I just wish that I could give you that look that's perfectly unsaid. Sometimes late nights in the middle of June, heat waves been making me high. Can't make you happier now. These choices and voices that roll in my head. Sometimes you make me feel crazy. Sometimes I swear I think you hate me like I need to walk, I need to walk, I need to get out of here. 'Cause I need to know.
नींदों में तेरी ही बात है बोलूं कैसे तुझे तू तो ख्यालों में साथ है बेख्याली में ही तेरा ही ख्याल है क्यों बिछड़ना है जरूरी है सवाल है
Thank you, Avas, for that stellar performance.
We're now at the halfway point of our show, so we'll take a 15-minute intermission.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Now that we've all had a chance to refresh, we would like to take a few minutes to appreciate our lead sponsor, the Srinivasa Prasad International Foundation for the Performing Arts, also known as SPIFA. This foundation is a nonprofit cultural organization dedicated to the promotion of South Asian performing arts among North American youths.
We'd like to invite Dr. Nangali Srinivasa, Chief Division of Nephrology, UPMC East, ex-chairman of the SV Temple, Pittsburgh, to please come on stage and say a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor to present you the lead sponsor of tonight's event, Srinivasa Prasad International Foundation for Performing Arts, in short, SPIFA. SPIFA is dedicated to promoting South Asian performing arts among North American youth. It has offered great support annually in promoting Dhirana program, starting from its inception in Pittsburgh. SPIFA also sponsors 2 awards to the winning teams in this competition, who present the highest level of classical content in their presentations. Next, please. It's a registered non-profit cultural organization with its mission focused on the promotion of South Asian performing arts among North American youth. It was established in the year 2005 in loving memory of Srinivasa Prasad Gutti by his parents, Dr. Varaprasad Rao and Dr. Mrs. Parvati Gutti. They have been long-time presidents of Pittsburgh area. Next slide, please. Next. Vasu, as you see here, he was called lovingly by his parents, had an unparalleled passion for South Asian performing arts and a vision to propagate the art form among North American youth. His kind and gentle nature and his compassion to help others touched everyone whomever he met. Vasu expressed his passion through his pursuit of Kuchipudi performing art and Carnatic music. Starting from his early age, he was trained and inspired by several Kuchipudi dance and Carnatic music exponents and gurus. Notable among them were late Guru Padma Bhushan, Dr. Vempati Chinnasatyam, Kalaratna Srimati A.B. Bala Kundala Rao, late Padma Shri Penmaraju Surya Rao, late Padma Bhushan Nedaluri Krishnamurthy, and late Nukala Chinnasatyam, among other gurus. He earned several honors and recognition awards for his performances both in India and United States. Vasu was also the valedictorian at both his junior high and also high schools, had been at the top of his class throughout his academic career. He was a recipient of the Westinghouse Family Scholarship Award and received Chairman's Award in Biomedical Engineering at Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland. He was to begin his medical education MD program at Case Western with full scholarship during the fall of 2004. Unfortunately, on the Memorial Day, May 31st, 2004, he met with an accident and lost his life while returning from Chicago after a performance and dance at Sri Tyagaraja Festival in Chicago. Gutti family established SPIFA to fulfill Vasu's dream and aspirations to propagate the art form among North American youth. Next, please. After Vasu passed away, a memorial function was conducted in Vasu's honor on 29th October in 2004 at Kala Bharati in Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. The function was presided by Sadguru Sivanandamurti, Padma Bhushan Nedanuri Krishnamurti, and Padma Sri Penmaraju Suryarao. Since then, SPIFA cultural festivals have been conducted every other year starting from 2005 at Sri Venkateshwara Temple in Pittsburgh. To fulfill its goals, SPIFA has established many endowments and recognition awards at several institutions in United States and in India. Some of these include, as outlined here, Siddhendra Kalakshetra in Kuchipudi village, Andhra Pradesh, Potti Sri Ramalu Telugu University in Hyderabad, Music Academy in Chennai, Sangeeta Samandali in Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh, Case Western Reserve University, Cleveland, Ohio. It also sponsors annually the Spirit of Youth Festival in Vasu's memory at the Music Academy in Chennai, India. Next, please. Next slide. From 2010, SPIFA instituted recognition awards for accomplished artists in South Asian performing arts in North America. Here are the artists SPIFA has honored since 2010. Some of these include Lifetime Achievement Award, Ambassador Performing Artist Award, Youth Artist Award, and Child Artist Award. SPIFA sponsors cultural events dedicated to support and recognize young artists and accomplished teachers in South Asian performing arts. On October 6, 2019, SPIFA organized a unique event in Pittsburgh, a Pittsburgh Cultural Festival at Fox Chapel Area School. It was an all-day event of accomplished artists who were recognized and honored at each of these functions. Next slide, please. Next. Thank you. In Dhirana and the university, SPIFA has been the lead sponsor for the annual National Intercollegiate Competition, which we are witnessing today, organized by Nrityamala and Dhirana in collaboration. SPIFA awards 2 citations along with a $500 gift award to the top 2 teams. What is coming in future is very challenging, and I challenge all the performing artists this evening to take a look at the newly would-be instituted award called SPIFA Advanced Student Fellowship Award, which carries a good amount of $4,000, but it's a challenging topic. This is to motivate and challenge the talented youth to create a white paper report on a chosen South Asian performing art of their choice. The proposed 2-year project carries a stipend, as I mentioned, of $4,000. The proposed objective of such a research paper is to document the roots and origins of creation of the art form, significant personalities and gurus who have contributed to its historical development and practice and propagation over the years, and its present status and progression in North America. Really, indeed, a very challenging and provocative thought which has gone into the institution of this Advanced Student Fellowship Award. Next, please. SPIFA has just announced this year a new award, a $1,000 honorarium, along with a brass plaque to the best team in Dhirana competition, which we are witnessing. And this award, starting this year, is named after Dr. Parvati Gutti, who unfortunately passed away recently. The award is named Dr. Parvati Gutti Perisetti Memorial Award for the best team presentation with the most classical and traditional content. This is named in honor of Mrs. Parvati Gutti, who we see here. She passed away recently. She served as the chairman of the Department of Anesthesia in Latrobe Hospital in Westmoreland County for nearly 3 decades, with admiration from her peers and respect from her patients. She was a great lover of art, nurtured both her children into excellent performing artists, a fine and humble human being, well liked by the local community in Westmoreland County and also among the SV Temple community. Next, please. A landmark achievement this year on behalf of the SPIFA was the recognition of Vasu Gutti's talent by his alma mater at the Valley School of Legionnaire in Pennsylvania. Next, please. Vasu was the valedictorian in his graduating year, and hence he was recognized for his achievements and passion to promote the arts. The board of directors at the school in 2020 approved the name of the stage of the auditorium as Vasu Gutti Performing Arts Stage, with his portrait displayed as shown here. Every year, the school will also host a visiting South Asian artist to perform at the school with a significant recognition of about $1,000 coming from the SPIFA. This is a significant event that in a local rural community near Pittsburgh, an Indian-based artwork is being recognized. SPIFA will continue to conduct cultural festivals and special events all over North America in several cities in the future to inspire accomplished artists and youth. SPIFA also appreciates the support and participation of all art lovers in its efforts to promote South Asian performing arts among North American youth. Now, I would like to recognize Dr. Varaprasad Rao Gutti from the Gutti family. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big hand of applause to the Gutti family. Dr. Varaprasad Rao Gutti garu. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nangali. Now let's launch back into the competition with our next team.
Our next team from Nova Southeastern University was founded in 2021 and is here at Dhirana for their very first time.
Wow, I really hope this weather doesn't scare them off.
Don't worry, this team is definitely brave enough to withstand the snow. Braving the cold Pittsburgh weather from sunny Florida, give it up for NSU Vera.
जितनी बड़ी शक्ति है उतनी खतरनाक होती है. The greater the power, the more dangerous the abuse. As the story goes on, a demon lands on Earth and looks for someone to pass down his supernatural power. Our main character, Light, encounters the demon and is transferred the power of invisibility through a magical necklace. The demon mentors Light as he harnesses his new abilities. One day, kidnappers storm the village and tease a group of helpless girls. The villagers unite in an attempt to fight them off. However, they are not successful. Amongst the villagers, Light sees this injustice and decides to use his powers for good. The town celebrates and they start to question how the kidnappers died. The detective tries to solve the mystery. In fear of being discovered, Light impulsively kills the village detective. The distressed villagers mourn the loss and a new detective comes to help. The detective pieces information together and the mystery is finally solved. Nevertheless, he realizes that the only way to ensure the village's safety is for Light to be killed. which raises the question, is power a blessing or a curse, by NSU Vera, an adaptation of Death Note.
thank you, Vera.
All right, Nitya, I have a serious question for you. What's your favorite part about going to Maryland? It must be visiting me, right?
Sorry to break it to you, but that's not it.
What? What could be better than me in Maryland?
How about our next team? As a group of dedicated dancers, this team brings together various forms of Indian classical dance to raise awareness for this unique art form through performances around the country.
Give it up for the team from my home state, UMB Moksha.
A poor but happy family of three living peacefully in a town. Their peace is disrupted when a group of soldiers arrive and harass the town for money. The father offers the little he has, and the mother, after instructing her child to hide from the soldiers, offers her jewelry to save her family. Refusing this, the soldiers kill both the mother and father. The child comes out from hiding and finds his parents dead. Overcome with grief and anger, he decides that having wealth and power is the only way to succeed in the world, inspiring him to gain power until he becomes a ruthless king. The king goes back to the town and terrorizes the people for money, during which he comes across a family similar to his own. This family, also not having enough money to give, begs him to let them live. The king ignores the pleading family and kills the mother and father. Upon seeing the child grieve his parents' death, the king is reminded of his younger self and shakes in shock of the nightmare he has become. The child looks up at the king with the utmost pain and anger, foreshadowing yet another cycle of vengeance to occur. UMD Moksha presents Pratihantra.
Amazing. Thank you, Moksha. Now, why don't we step away from classical once again and take a trip up north? Our next exhibition act tonight is CMU Bhangra.
Founded in 2006, CMU Bhangra is Carnegie Mellon University's Bhangra team. They strive to entertain their audiences by striking a balance between bringing a high quality of dancing and a great quantity of passion to the stage. With their dancing, they amaze, with their expressions, they charm, and with their hearts, they inspire. Please put your hands together for Pittsburgh's own CMU Bhangra. Amazing! Thank you, CMU Bhangra.
All right, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, our next team's mission is to test rhythm and melody to the fullest extent through their choreography. Get ready to have your pulse racing and put your hands together for GT Pulse.
Medusa was born as an enchantingly beautiful woman with glorious silken hair. She served as the avowed head priestess to goddess Athena in the divine temple of the Parthenon.
Poseidon, god of the sea, takes a special interest in Medusa, as he and his troop of men vigorously search for her. After mounting his chariot, Poseidon spots Medusa in the distance and captures her.
He takes advantage of Medusa, stripping her of her dignity inside the sacred temple of Athena.
Being the virgin goddess, Athena is enraged by this defilement. She and her devotees choose to punish Medusa for parting the affair by cursing her beauty.
Medusa is left confused and afraid, as those around her turn to stone when they meet her gaze.
Suddenly, she experiences extreme pain on her head and a massive snake sprout, replacing her locks of hair. Medusa transforms into a ruthless monster and finally accepts her curse.
An army of men seek Medusa out to destroy her. She and her snakes battle against the army until Perseus reveals himself.
He dons a blindfold in order to defeat her, as she cannot be looked at. Perseus beheads her with his sword, finally killing Medusa once and for all.
As her tragic assault is misconstrued by the world around her, Medusa is left with no power over the fate handed to her. GT Pulse presents The Tragedy of Medusa, an exploration of female rage and suffering.
Amazing, thank you, Pulse. And last but not least, let's welcome our final competitive act of the night. This team made the super arduous journey all the way from Eastern PA.
From Penn State University, this team strives to use their knowledge and appreciation of Indian classical dance to keep the tradition alive in the modern era. Let's give it up for PSU Nittya!
We open in Athena's temple, where priestesses are worshipping the goddess of wisdom and war. One priestess, Medusa, is a beautiful maiden who is devoted to Athena but is unable to keep up with her lessons in weaponry. Disappointed in her inadequate abilities, Athena and the priestesses retreat while Medusa practices to improve her skills. Poseidon, the god of sea, enters the temple to woo the priestesses only to be mesmerized by Medusa. After failed advances at Medusa, he traps and assaults her. Athena enters as Medusa rips her dress to escape Poseidon's trap. Viewing this as promiscuous, Athena curses Medusa, turning her into a gorgon with snake hair and the ability to turn people to stone upon her gaze. Horrified by her own appearance, Medusa attempts to get help from other priestesses only to turn them to stone. While coming to terms with her curse, Medusa is approached by the demigod Perseus, who offers to help her. However, this is the ruse that leads to her ultimate demise. Medusa represents the women who are often victimized at the hands of their assaulters in the patriarchal society. Penn State Nittya presents Nindana, condemnation of a victim.
All right, thank you, Nadia. And let's give another round of applause for all of our amazing performers tonight. All right, so before we bring our host team back on stage, we'd like to take a few minutes to talk about the Birmingham Free Clinic, to which all ticket proceeds from tonight will be donated.
The BFC will be using our donations to continue pursuing their mission of providing free healthcare to Pittsburgh's uninsured and economically disadvantaged populations. We would like to invite Mary Herbert from the BFC to share a few words.
Oh, it worked. First of all, thanks everybody. My name is Mary Herbert, and I'm with the Birmingham Clinic. So as some of you know, first of all, and most importantly, I just want to congratulate these students of Dhirana. I remember distinctly when a couple of the students who were forming this group came to my office and sat down and said that they were forming this group and told me about it. And they said, you know, we'd really like to donate every year to a local organization, and they said that they were deciding between the Birmingham Clinic and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And I thought, well, duh, Make-A-Wish Foundation, right? And I just thought that's really amazing to be thinking about our little organization sort of in the same breath as Make-A-Wish, right? So we talked a little bit, and I said, you know, we're just really grateful, you know, that you're wanting to do something so amazing in addition to forming this student group. And lo and behold, they came back and said, you know, we'd really like to donate to Birmingham. And the rest is kind of history. And to think about it being 10 years is just, I've been thinking about that a lot this week, and how a lot of the, it is truly no small feat to put this on. I mean, literally, they're gonna relax and party a bit tonight and then start over tomorrow. So, you know, that's in addition to everything else that these students are doing, and it's amazing. And I think about how some of the students I met 10 years ago ended up going to Pitt Medical School, and so I worked with them throughout those years. But at this point, some of them are residents or past their medical residency. So it's incredible. It's 100% a privilege to work with young people who want to do something so beautiful, so important culturally, to bring something so amazing to our community, and at the same time help people that most of them will never meet, and to make their world a better place. And that really inspires me. So mostly I wanted to say congratulations to them, because 10 years is no small feat. And we're really humbled. So for those of you who don't know too much about us, we are actually the longest running free clinic in our region, the western half of Pennsylvania. And we've been around for 28 years next month, which is really amazing to me. And we are still a primarily volunteer-driven organization. I have 7 whole staff, and they're the ones cheering down there. I got a bunch of them to come with me, and they really do all of the heavy lifting with our volunteers. And we have grown so much in the past 28 years that in addition to our 6 primary care clinics, we have 21 different specialty clinics, medication management, diagnostics. And one of the only reasons we've been able to grow so much is because of generosity from organizations such as Dhirana. Go to the next slide. A lot of people have asked us, you know, in the past couple of years, what has the pandemic been like for us at Birmingham? Obviously, it's been difficult for everybody. It really was an incredible challenge. The 3 consecutive years prior to the pandemic, we were pushing close to a 50% increase in our patient volume. So we were already pretty strapped. And when the pandemic hit, I credit our staff and a lot of our key volunteers doing exactly what Birmingham does best, which is just pivot really fast to meet the needs of our patients. We started working with some Pitt Med students who said, how can we help? And we literally just within a week transitioned to phone visits and video visits, and medical students were delivering medications and medical supplies, and we got donations to expand our on-site food pantry. In those first few months, students made over 350 deliveries of medications and emergency food. We were doing some home visits. We expanded the food pantry so that we were delivering over 400 emergency food bags. Our patients were picking them up. We had patients that some of our staff were delivering diapers and formula to, and we were using donations to help folks pay rent and things like that. But we hosted a couple COVID vaccine clinics with the health department and with the School of Pharmacy. Then we did flu vaccine clinics in the community. As you can tell, our little staff doesn't really like to sit idle. And we partnered with local gardens and Temple Sinai in Pittsburgh to get fresh produce on site to our patients as we started to bring patients back on site. And not to sit back and rest, during the last 2 years, we also added 7 new specialty clinics just to meet kind of the new demand and the increasing demand of our patients. So right now, post-pandemic, if you can say that, we're actually on track to exceed our pre-pandemic volume because the need just continues to grow for patients who really have no other option for care. And a lot of people, you know, kind of wonder with such a small staff, how do we keep doing what we do and keep growing and evolving? And it's really 3 things. It is number 1, my staff. And again, most of them occupy barely half a row out there, and they're amazing and wonderful people to work with. They really embrace what Birmingham is about, and that's empowering our patients. And that's really kind of creating an environment where we create what we all want healthcare to be. They don't let a patient fall through the cracks. They pick up the ball from other locations that maybe can't help a patient or manage a patient, and they're also just a joy to work with, and they work incredibly hard to make our patients feel really seen and really well cared for. So they're probably the biggest reason that we are able to do what we do so well for the community. Second, are the power of our volunteers. So if you go to the next slide, this is just a smattering of pictures from the past year or 2. Some of them are our staff, and some of them are some of the volunteers and things we did in the community. And we're so grateful because we work with, you know, I said we have 21 different specialty clinics, so we work with virtually every subspecialty out there. Most of these providers are volunteer. They bring residents with them, medical students. All of the health discipline graduate programs at Pitt are represented, and they just really want to be in the community helping people. And it also gives emerging professionals the ability to see what healthcare really should be and to really get into the community and know that they're making a difference. So that's the second way that we do what we do. And the last slide, it's also really about the power of donors. We're a funny little organization that we do get a little bit of support from the health system at UPMC, but the reality is that nearly all of our direct patient care comes from donors and fundraising events like this. Dhirana is the single largest individual group donor to our program in its history. And I believe they've already topped $100,000 to our program over the year. But you know, we have other student groups that get together and do events for us, but these are the things that really support on the ground patient supplies, medications, medical supplies, home testing supplies, things like that. That's where that direct care comes from. So, you know, we used to get really granular and talk about, well, your $20 ticket helps us buy a flu vaccine for a patient. But the reality is it's so much bigger than that, given our volume, the medical complexity of our patients who've been with us a long time and are getting older, and just the general need. Our medication budget alone is roughly $40,000 a year. The Dhirana students have stepped in so much to help infuse money into that. They helped us a couple years ago purchase new probes for a portable ultrasound that we have on site. And as you can see, with our growing patient population, the growing needs, the pandemic, and weathering the economic downturns, we're doing more for our patients that falls very far outside what we traditionally think of medical care. It's our food pantry, it's making sure our patients have transportation, it's making sure that we have adequate language interpretation. So our model is really trying to provide very integrated patient care and really scooping up folks who are most marginalized and vulnerable. So it is absolutely a fact to say that you all, by purchasing your ticket, and Dhirana, by doing this every year and continuing to make us their benefactor, you are absolutely touching people's lives every single day. The last two slides are just some quotes from patients this past year that really, you know, these are not uncommon comments from our patients. Again, our staff and volunteers take such great care of our patients, and they make them feel seen, and they make them, you know, believe that they're not less than for coming to a free clinic. You know, again, they deserve all the care that we can give in the same way that that's the care that we want. And so this is really what you have a hand in by supporting Dhirana. And again, I really want to thank them for 10 years of their generosity. There have been years where what they have donated has gotten us out of a hole, you know, so that we can continue to support our patients. And again, it's such a privilege to work with these young folks. It really, really, truly gives me hope, because they're all so wonderful and so devoted to their communities, and to bringing sort of this wonderful competition to us. So we thank them so much, and we thank you, and we always appreciate coming to celebrate you and to celebrate them. So thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mary. And thank you all for being here and helping us support our very, very worthy cause. At this point, we ask that the team's captains and board members please make their way backstage. We will be introducing board and having Mangalam soon.
All right, and without further ado, to present their 2022 competitive piece, let's put our hands together and welcome back to the stage, Nrityamala!
One morning, Vishnu Chittar, a pious man, finds baby Srivali Andal next to the tulsi plant from which he would make garlands for Lord Vishnu. One day, Vishnu Chittar catches young Andal secretly wearing a garland and refuses to offer it to the Lord. Yet, that night, Lord Vishnu appears in Vishnu Chittar's dreams, demanding to wear only Andal's garlands. As a young woman, Srivali Andal writes Tirupavai, an epic poem in which she envisions herself performing a vratam to Lord Krishna. Andal first describes different rituals preceding the Margashira Vratam and the Lord's great qualities. Eager to take a cold bath, Andal and the Gopikas are elated to hear thunder. The thunderstorm reminds them of the Lord's features, including his dark complexion, chakram, conch, and sharp arrows. After Andal awakens the Gopikas, they gain entry to Lord Krishna's palace and take blessings from Nandaraj, Yashoda, and Balaram. Entranced by Lord Krishna's presence, they shower him with praises, waking him up. In the final verse, Andal and the Gopikas perform their vratam, complete their pradakshina, and attain one with the Lord. Nrityamala presents Srivali, the Lord's beloved.
Nrityamala for such an incredible performance. Let's give our home team another round of applause.
All right, now for our final performance of the night, the Mangalam. Every year, our competing teams come together and join Nrityamala on stage for this piece. This year, we're doing things a little bit differently. Only captains will be performing the Mangalam alongside Nrityamala, and they will remain on stage for the award ceremony.
We ask that teams that place please remain in the balcony until after the show is completely over, at which point you will be called down one by one to get your pictures on stage. Although we do encourage you to cheer, of course.
And without further delay, our favorite part of the show, Mangalam. All right, that was beautiful. Everyone give our wonderful captains another round of applause.
All right, so Nitya, do we hear the placings yet?
Not just yet. So a couple things. We'll get to raffle winners first. All right, let me find them. All right, so the winner for the Pirates Gift voucher is Shashi Gorur. And the winner of the Carnegie Mellon Museum membership is Mary Herbert. If the raffle winners could please visit the merch table on your way out, that would be delightful.
All right, so for this next part, we normally do this on stage, but because all our teams can't be down here with us, we'll have them do their chants from their balcony. And captains, if you want to come to the center and you can shout it out with them.
All right, let's start with Rangom.
All right, next, Nrityasangam.
Rudras.
All right, Sahitya.
Next, Vera.
All right, Moksha.
How about Pulse?
All right, and last but not least, Natya.
All right, before we get to board intros, let's do one last chant. Our home team, Nmala.
Loving the team spirit. All right, so let's take a minute to introduce our fabulous, hardworking board.
If board wants to come onto stage. All right, so our decorations chair, Yashika Kagetapu.
Our design co-chair, Akash Ramalingam.
Design co-chair and Nrityamala captain, Mansi Avanuri.
Our freshman co-chair, Sanjana Murthy.
Our other freshman co-chair, Shraddha Vemula.
Our fundraising co-chair, Arpun Bain.
Our other fundraising co-chair, Anisha Mandava.
Our liaison chair, Mitali Belambe.
Our logistics chair, Madhura Leninkanan.
Our mixer co-chair, Navjot Pavla.
Mixer co-chair number 2, Aishwarya Mukundan.
And mixer co-chair number 3, Mira Tiku.
Outreach co-chair and Nrityamala member, Somya Thakur.
Our second outreach co-chair and Nrityamala member, Neha Adda. Our
Our third outreach co-chair and Nrityamala member, Yamini Yepuri.
Our public relations co-chair, Devna Mathur.
Our other public relations co-chair, Alina Somi.
Our registration chair, Shreya Babu.
Our sponsorship co-chair, Roma. I'm so sorry.
Our other sponsorship co-chair, Stuti Iyer.
All right, and ticketing chair, Maliha Tayeb.
All right, and now our e-board, our Nrityamala representative, Jyotika Gaur.
Secretary, Avni Madhur.
Our business manager, Kavya Singh.
One of our fabulous co-directors, Poshali Sao.
And our other co-director, Maitri Sundar.
All right, one more round of applause for our fabulous board.
All right, we will now be handing off our mics to our co-directors, Pashali and Maitri.
Hello, everyone. How was the show tonight? Can I hear a little diggy from the competitors if you love Dhirana 2022? So board, you are excused. Thank you for being such a fabulous member of our team. Thank you, board. Okay, so congratulations, of course, to all of our participating teams here. You guys were amazing. You have been so resilient, despite the pandemic, coming in here and performing at our competition, flying out and maintaining COVID safety policies, and we really thank you for sticking with us as we transition back to an in-person show. And of course, we would like to end our evening tonight with a few words of appreciation. We would like to begin by thanking all of our dancers, performers who shared their artistry and passion for the Indian arts with us tonight and made tonight a possibility. We appreciate your dedication and we wish you all the best as you continue to brighten the stages in your futures to come. We would also like to thank our judges for their ongoing work to support dancers' growth and success. We value your guidance and leadership, and we thank you for showing us the value and joy found in the Indian art forms. And as always, a huge thank you to our lead sponsor, SPIFA, for your kindness and your reliability. It is an honor to be working with you for yet another year, and we are so grateful for the ways in which you support our community through your mission timelessly.
Additionally, we would like to thank our amazing and outstanding executive board, assistant chairs, general members, and liaisons for helping us bring together our 10th anniversary Dhirana competition. They have all been, yes, thank you, all of you. They have all been extremely helpful in adapting to the new circumstances and made the transition from virtual to back in person as seamless as possible. We would also like to extend a thank you to Summer Rothrock, our advisor, for all of her help throughout the year, and to the University of Pittsburgh.
Furthermore, we would like to thank the Birmingham Free Clinic and Mary Herbert, their clinical director, for her tireless work to support the Pittsburgh residents, along with those who volunteer at work at BFC. This past year especially has illustrated the importance of healthcare for all in our Pittsburgh community, and we are more dedicated than ever to help out as much as we can. Over the past 9 years, we have donated over $105,000 to the Birmingham Free Clinic. And we are so honored to be their biggest donors. We are celebrating a decade of Dhirana this year, with Dhirana 2022 being our 10th anniversary show. And this milestone was fulfilled by our honored donors, and we appreciate the positive impact you will help make us have for those at BFC.
Lastly, Thank you to you, the audience, for continuing to show your support through your attendance and donations at our show year after year. We would also like to recognize the 3,000 viewers who joined us by live stream. Thank you for also joining us virtually. Without you, we wouldn't be able to further our cause and bring you an amazing show to donate to the Birmingham Free Clinic. This clinic provides support to the underprivileged population of Pittsburgh, and we are honored to be affiliated with them. And as we all know, these past couple of years have been especially tough for the healthcare industry, so we also want to thank the healthcare workers on the front line for all their efforts. Now we'll be handing it over to Jyotika to begin introducing our esteemed judges for tonight.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming out to Dhirana 2022. It is my honor to announce our judging panel for this evening. Dr. Kamala Reddy, Dr. Kamala Reddy, a leading exponent of Kuchipudi dance, is one of the most devoted students of Guru Vempati Chinna Satyam. She has performed extensively in India, USA, the former USSR, the former Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Netherlands, and France since 1984, and has played lead roles in many of Guru Vempati's dance ballets. She established the Kalanikethan Academy of Indian Classical Dance in Pittsburgh in 1991, has been training students since then. Kamala Aunty and her students have performed all over the USA, presenting full-length dance dramas and traditional Kuchipudi repertoires, in addition to performing Guru Vempati's dance dramas, Chandalika, Sri Krishna Parijatam, and Rukmini Kalyanam. Kamala Aunty also choreographed and presented several solo items and dance ballets, which were noteworthy successes. In recognition of her contributions to the Kuchipudi dance form, Kamala Aunty was awarded the SPIFA Ambassador Award in 2010, Sri Vedantam Jagannath Sharma Vamsi Puraskar India in August 2012, and the title Nritya Seva Mani at the 2013 Cleveland Tyagaraja Aradhana. In April 2015, Kamala Aunty was conferred the Nritya Kala Ratna Puraskar at the Nrityotsav Festival, Nebraska, and in 2017, the Pittsburgh Area Telugu Association Ugadi Puraskar. In addition to being an accomplished dancer, teacher, and choreographer, Kamala Aunty is an active member of the Chinmaya Mission Pittsburgh, teaching Bala Vihar and currently engaged in teaching dance as a medium of expression of bhakti to local Pittsburgh and children and adults. While doing all of this, she continues her profession as a busy practicing endocrinologist and lives in Pittsburgh with her husband, Dr. Gopinath Rajput. Srimati Shambhavi Desai. Srimati Shambhavi Desai is an accomplished dancer, choreographer, and dedicated guru in Bharatanatyam, folk and contemporary dance, as well as Hindustani classical music. Hailing from a family of artists, she is formally trained in classical dance styles, Bharatanatyam and Hindustani classical music. Shambhavi Aunty obtained her training in Bharatanatyam in Kalakshetra style from her mother, a Bharatanatyam and Manipuri exponent, Guru Srimati Tani Desai. After obtaining her master's degree in dance with high honors, Shambhavi Aunty took her advanced training under the tutelage of the renowned dance legends and gurus, Padma Bhushan Sri C.V. Chandrasekhar and Srimati Jaya Chandrasekhar. She has many awards and accolades to her credit, including the Kala Gujjar Award from the state of Gujarat and the Mewati Pradeep Award by the Pandit Jasraj Institute of Music and Research. Shambhavi Aunty has performed widely in India and the United States. Her deep passion and understanding of dance and music has led to many unique dance creations and innovative works to her credit over the years while collaborating with diverse performing artists. Shambhavi Aunty is also a faculty member at the Pandit Jasraj Institute of Music and Research.
She's the founder and artistic director of Sanskriti School of Indian Dance and Music in Pittsburgh. She has trained, nurtured, and inspired numerous students in dance and music for over 18 years while carving a niche for herself. Shambhavi Aunty is affiliated with several organizations, schools, colleges, and nonprofit organizations, locally, nationally, and internationally, including the programs at the Greater Pittsburgh Arts Council, City of Pittsburgh, Aim for Seva, to name a few, where she volunteers by sharing her love for dance and music by creating awareness of unity through diversity. Shambhavi Aunty is fortunate to be invited by the University of Pittsburgh's Vera 1 Heinz program for women in global leadership, and thereby serving as a cultural ambassador for the mainstream. Srimati Naina Ro Chaudhary Green. Srimati Naina Ro Chaudhary Green started her exploration of Kathak in 1994 at 8 years of age as Dr. Pallavi Chakraborty's first Kathak student, while Dr. Chakraborty completed her PhD. Naina Didi's unique style of Kathak evokes a soft and subtle restraint combined with sharp lines and crisp footwork. Hailing from Philadelphia, PA, and now residing in Pittsburgh, PA, she's a founding member and head faculty of the Pittsburgh branch of the Courtyard Dancers, founded in 2000, and has been a fixture in the Pittsburgh dance community since 2004. Naina Didi has guest lectured at the University of Pittsburgh and collaborates with the local community both in performance and sparking important discourse. Naina Didi has also performed on international television and was featured in the photography installation How Philly Moves. In Pittsburgh, Naina Didi offers a rigorous Kathak curriculum for all levels in addition to leading a strong performance group she's lucky to know. Srimati Shobita Ravi. Srimati Shobita Ravi, trained in the Kanchipuram Elapa Pillai style of Bharatanatyam, is a senior disciple of Natya Kalavati Srimati Jayamani. Shobita Akka has been teaching Bharatanatyam in the Pittsburgh area for years, opening her dance school, Natya Kriya, in 2008. Shobita Akka has performed in dance dramas around the United States under the guidance of Srimati Revati Ramachandran. She has given several solo performances and was an artist for the TV program Natyanjali on Vasant TV. She has given several lecture demonstrations on Bharatanatyam to the local community as well. Shobita Akka also had the opportunity and privilege of attending intensive dance workshops by renowned artists. She took on an active role to make Indian classical dance appreciated by diverse groups by captaining Pittsburgh's very own classical dance team, Nrityamala, taking the team to their very first competition, Laasya 2011, and winning first place. She then served on the executive board for Laasya 2012, and then became one of the founders of our very own competition, Dhirana. She has had the honor of serving as judge for each Dhirana since. As much as Shobita Akka enjoys performing, she has found that her true passion is teaching the art form. Shobita Akka enjoys the unique teaching journey with each and every student. Srimati Shobita Ravi has been known for her ability to creatively choreograph pieces while still adhering to the arts form's traditional foundation. In 2018, Srimati Shobita Ravi, along with her senior disciples, staged a thematic production, Shri Vidya Shakti, raising $2,600 for the charitable organization Ekam USA. Her school, Natya Kriya, now has nearly 130 students enrolled in classes, and 20 students have completed their Arangecham under Srimati Shobita Ravi's guidance. Many of these students have continued pursuing the art form on various collegiate dance teams, and a handful have held leadership roles in Dhirana. Shobita Akka is extremely proud to see how Dhirana has grown over the past 10 years, and of the dedicated students at the University of Pittsburgh who continue to keep this beautiful tradition alive.
Dr. Bindu Madhavi Kutti Rachuri. An accomplished and dedicated artist in Kuchipudi dance, Bindu Akka started her dance training at the age of 5 at Nataraja Nrityasangam of Kakinada under Sri B. Satyanarayana Rao. She started to specialize in Kuchipudi in 1983 as a disciple of Kuchipudi Art Academy of Chennai under Guru Padma Bhushan Dr. Vempati Chinnasatyam, where she was recruited by him to play the role of Chinni Krishna in Srinivasa Kalyanam in their 1984 tour of the United States. She undertook advanced training at Kuchipudi Kala Kendram of Visakhapatnam under Srimati A.B. Balakandala Rao starting in 1999. Bindu Akka has given several solo performances across the globe and has played many different lead roles in productions choreographed and produced by Padma Bhushan Dr. Vempati Chinnasatyam and Srimati A.B. Balakandala Rao. She was invited to perform at the All India Kuchipudi Dance Festival in Kuchipudi in 2007 and for the Kumbhabhishekam program at the SV Temple in Monroeville, PA, August 2009, for which she directed Annamacharya Sankirtana Sammelanam. She co-directed Guru Smarna in 2012 in memory of the late Padma Bhushan Dr. Vempati Chinnasatyam and Premanjali in 2010. A graduate of Brown University, she completed her pre-medical curriculum while earning a degree in South Asian Studies focusing on the arts and religion in India. She holds a certificate in Kuchipudi dance from Porti Sri Ramavu Telugu University in Vijayanagaram. As a medical student, Bindu Akka was the Kuchipudi dance instructor at the Hindu Temple of Toledo. While pursuing her residency and fellowship in the Combined Child Psychiatry Residency Program at UPMC in Pittsburgh, PA, she opened her Kuchipudi dance school at Sri Venkateshwar Temple in Pittsburgh, PA in October of 2012. She is currently an attending child and adolescent psychiatrist at Excella Health in Latrobe, PA. Bindu Akka is the artistic director of the Srinivasa Prasad International Foundation for the Performing Arts, which is established in memory of her late brother, Srinivasa Prasad Gupti, also an accomplished Kuchipudi dancer, Carnatic musician, and Nattumanar. The foundation upholds both Bindu Akka's and Vasu's passion to promote Indian arts among North American youth. Shri Bindu Madhavi Akka plans to continue her extensive involvement in Kuchipudi along with her career in medicine and hopes to play a significant role in the propagation of Kuchipudi in the United States. This past summer, she successfully conducted her 5th intensive 2-week Kuchipudi Gurukulam summer training workshop in collaboration with SPIFA. Srimati Deepa Mani. Srimati Deepa Mani has been learning Bharatanatyam under the guidance of her mother, Natya Kalavati Srimati Jayamani, since the age of 4. At the age of 12, she had her Arangejam at Sri Venkateshwar Temple. She has been assisting her mother, Guru Srimati Jayamani, with dance classes at the Sri Venkateshwar Temple for more than 20 years now. Deepa Akka has had the opportunity to perform in India, Africa, South America, and Cambodia, amongst numerous places in the United States. She also held key roles in group productions as Meenakshi Kalyanam and Ayarkula Tilakam. Within Western Pennsylvania, she has given lecture demonstrations at Byam Theater and choreographed dance pieces at Slippery Rock University. She also had the privilege to attend dance workshops under Srimati Revati Ramachandran, Kumari Manaswini Ramachandran, Srimati Chitra Dasarati, Srimati Rama Vaidyanathan, and Guru Saroja Vaidyanathan. Arangam Dance School is an initiative started by Deepa Akka in 2018 to promote the rich traditions of the Tanjore Bani of Bharatanatyam to the greater Pittsburgh area. The class is structured based upon the training module created by Guru Srimati Jayamani. I would like to now give the mic to our business manager and secretary, Kavya Singh and Avni Mathur.
Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? All right,
Kavya and I would now like to take a moment to celebrate the memory of Parvati Aunty, a leader of SPIFA and a key mentor in our community. Dr. Parvati Rao Gutti, beloved wife, mother, and grandmother from Jeanette, PA, passed away peacefully and surrounded by her family on Friday, December 17th of last year. She was born in January of 1944 in a small village called Pedana in Andhra Pradesh, India, the last of 16 siblings. Born from humble beginnings, she was the first female in her village to have pursued higher education and went on to graduate from Andhra Medical College. She married Gutti V. Rao and immigrated with him to the United States, where she completed her postgraduate training in anesthesiology at Albany Medical Center, with further training in OB anesthesia at Yale University. She was also an early donor for the expansion of Latrobe Area Hospital, where she worked for nearly 48 years, a co-medical director of the Westmoreland Latrobe School of Anesthesia, and established an annual award for Outstanding Nurse Anesthetist. After her retirement in 2021, she continued to work part-time before she passed away. She was a superb doctor, beloved by all physicians, nurses, and support staff who worked with her.
She was a great lover of performing arts, especially Indian classical music, dance, and theater. She served as secretary of SPIFA Foundation, which is affiliated with the Pittsburgh Foundation and Community Trust. She was enthusiastic to have both of her children as excellent performing artists. In the early 1970s, very early in the development of the well-known Sri Venkateshwara Temple in Monroeville, Pennsylvania, she stood with her husband, Mr. Varaprasad Rao Gutti, strongly in support of building the temple by being a significant donor. The Gutti family has generously supported the growth of the temple in many ways, even to this day. She was well respected by members of the temple community for her simplicity, mild nature, loving spirit, and above all, tremendous hospitality.
In honor of Parvati Aunty and to recognize her devotion, love, and passion for Indian classical dance, the previously named SPIFA Traditionale Award is now renamed the Dr. Parvati Perisetti Gutti Memorial Award.
This award, funded by SPIFA, aims to encourage teams to uphold and promote the aesthetic pleasure and rich history of Indian classical dance. Each year, SPIFA chooses a team to receive the Dr. Parvati Perisetti Gutti Memorial Award, which is a $1,000 prize that they award to the team that they feel utilizes traditional music, choreography, expressions, costume, and theme exceptionally well.
Now, before we get to the award, we would like to recognize and honor Parvati Aunty's memory with a moment of silence. Please join us. I would now like to hand the mic back over to Jyotika to announce the winner of the Dr. Parvati Perisetti Gutti Memorial Award.
I would like to invite Gutti Uncle onto the stage. The Srinivasa Prasad International Foundation for Performing Arts, also known as SPIFA, is pleased to present the Dr. Parvati Gutti Perisetti Memorial Award to GT Pulse.
Now I'd like to announce our winners. Third place goes to UTD Nrityasangam.
Nrityasangam's team, you may come down and take a photo with your team.
Congratulations, UT. All right, now for our second place winners, UMD Moksha.
Come celebrate with your team. Moksha! Woohoo!
Are we ready? I'm sorry, it's been a long night, right? But are you ready? I believe we need a drum roll for this. Anybody? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Dhirana champs this year. Congratulations, GT Pulse.
GT Pulse, greet your team! everyone. We cannot thank you enough for coming out to Dhirana 2022 and making this such a safe and happy event for all of us.